Scott Morrison goes on to say, and he says this repeatedly, that the government will meet and beat its Paris targets. So he says the government is taking climate change seriously. What's your opinion on that?
What a load of rubbish.
But you can't.
So we'll meet and beat the Paris targets by using credits from the very weak Kyoto targets that were set for Australia, and emissions under this government went up every year for 5 years. They've gone down slightly this year because of the drought and less emissions in the agricultural sector, so not through government action. I worry about my grandchildren, their grandchildren. If this is how it is now, this is driven by climate change. Imagine what future generations are up against. And if Australia doesn't take moral leadership on this, like we did with apartheid, nuclear weapons, things that we didn't even have a 1.3% stake in, but we spoke loudly from a moral base, we can't talk to Brazil, India, China or America about their emissions. So it's about our grandkids, and we need to take action and not pretend. But there needs to be more consultation. What we've seen, my group and I, is that this seems to be a government that just does not like to consult. It seems to be management by news grab, because they weren't listening to the existing fire chiefs. They didn't have an ear in Canberra, and we're very pleased. We actually want to go and retire. I'm a volunteer firefighter now. I'd rather be out on a truck at the moment, helping out my colleagues. But it's great to see things finally moving, but I hope in the future this government will learn to listen to people on the front line and will actually, rather than trying to say it's all state and territory responsibility, recognise a national crisis and catastrophe when it occurs.